ingredient.
Aloe vera.
Little things like.
Isn't that like an olive plant? Don't plants make olives? I didn't know you could use it on your skin. Maybe I'm wrong. Aloe vera. Sounds Italian. Ayo, what's goody? It's your boy TheLordLavish. You guys already know that. Today we're back again with another video. You did. Hold up. Rub them hands. Yo, bringing that today. We're back another banger. Today I'm doing a reaction. Today I'm reacting to the Ace family. Something I have to share. Now this video is almost 40 minutes long. So I'm going to try my best not to talk too much during this, but I'm going to highlight the high key points. Because we going to probably be here for almost an hour. But I know y'all like the Ace family videos, so I'm going to do it for the culture. You guys, if you guys like these Ace family videos and you guys like the dedication, leave a big thumbs up for the algorithm. Make sure you subscribe for the right. You don't subscribe to that. I'm trying to reach 100,000 subscribers. So if y'all can go down below, smack that subscribe button for your boy. I love you forever. We almost at 10K. I love y'all already for that. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's see what she has to say, or he has to say. Austin, Kath, which one? Who knows? Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this. Yeah. I love their song, but they strike me last time I let it play. I don't even want to risk it. But we'll just play for a little bit. Anything, oh, anything, oh, whatever you need, whatever you need. Okay, that's enough. Before I get strike, bro. If I get strike, Austin, bro, you're throwing me 100. Throwing me 100 for the video. All right. Anyway, let's do this. Catherine's gonna become a doctor?
Welcome back to our channel. So I've been thinking about filming this video for the past 9 months. I've been rehearsing this in my head over and over and over.
Turn this up because she's kind of whispering.
To put the pieces together, the words together. Really trying to figure out what would be important and what wouldn't be important to share with you guys. And I feel like at this point, I'm just gonna talk to you as if you're hanging out in my living room and you're my girlfriend, or you're a guy friend of mine. I'm a guy friend. And we're just here talking. I know you guys can't.
All right, well, I might as well kick my feet up. I'm in the Ace family house.
Here and just be as real and raw as I can be with you guys, because I feel like this is what I'm meant for. Like, at times I just think about things so much where I just don't do anything at all and I don't say anything at all, and I really just am over that. Thank you for tuning in today. Just the fact that I have your time right now,
of course,
means everything to me. You don't even know what you're getting yourself into.
Y'all too. I'm glad y'all here with me. I love you guys. But
just enjoy the ride. If you are driving to work, if you're breastfeeding right now, if you're on your way to school, just put me on Bluetooth, put me on speakerphone, or whatever you want. It's gonna be kind of a lengthy video.
Yeah, it's pretty long. Like, where you gotta?
Because I feel
I'm
like
here though.
Everything that I'm gonna say has its purpose.
Alright.
And is very relevant to...
Bro, I swear if she tells me that she's not going to do YouTube no more, I'm going to be a little tight, bro. I'm going to be, not even tight, I'm going to be sad, bro. Like, this is kind of a serious video now. I'm a little nervous.
What I want to explain to you guys, and then it's going to lead into why I started my line, and then I'm going to talk to you guys more about the launch. And I've struggled with whether I should say this or not, but I just have to say that I'm not here to sell you on anything.
Okay.
Whatsoever. This is not like a business.
You don't gotta say that to me. I'm cheap anyway. You gotta tell me that. You told them that.
You guys can feel when someone's being real with you. You guys can tell through the screen.
Factual. I'm real 24/7.
Really tell when someone's being very honest, and I feel like you guys will be able to tell because I'm being just that. So I'm gonna start my story with back when my mom was 15. So when my mom was 15. Mind you, this is very relevant.
I was about to say, if you tell us your whole life story, is that 40 minutes?
Cancer.
Oh, okay, all right,
my
okay.
mom didn't have family. She didn't have a father in her life. She didn't have anybody, and she.
I'm sorry to hear that.
She lost her best friend. This is as if Elle or Alea lost me, and it was a really traumatic time in her life. And she ended up moving to Montreal, Canada, and didn't have a single soul. She was from women's shelter to women's shelter. She was skin hygiene, self-care was the last thing on her mind. Like, she was in survival mode. She wasn't thinking about, you know, what she looked like at all. She was just surviving. She was devastated from my grandmother's death, who passed away from ovarian cancer. When she found out she had the cancer, she only had a couple months to live. And then
so cancer runs in like your genes.
And so
that's
the only
crazy.
person my mom had at the time was my dad, who was her boyfriend, and met her in Montreal, and then started their lives there together.
Yeah,
when my mom was
I hope
18,
everything goes well.
She gave birth to me, and you know, a lot of things happened in life, and she ended up leaving a couple of years after I was born. My brother was, I want to say he was 1 or 2 years old, and my dad raised us. And so the reason why I say this is because I feel like everything in life is a domino effect. If you have a mother or father or whoever takes care of you does things a certain way, you're more likely to kind of follow their lead and learn from them. And so because I didn't have my mother, and because at that point my dad was raising me, hygiene and those things I would kind of learn from my dad here and there. My dad was working 3 jobs, he was super busy, and so I kind of just like learned things on my own. And then later on in my preteen years, I moved with my mom in Florida, and that's when my acne just got insane. My hormones were crazy. The temperature, the climate was so different because I went from Canada to Florida, and you guys know.
Oh, so you're Canadian.
So my skin changed dramatically. And I was also, you know, I started my period for the first time. I was kind of starting to like have all these hormonal changes, and I was so insecure about my skin. Like, when I tell you how insecure I was about it, like sometimes I just want to cry because I just think about the times when I would literally wear makeup every single day just to hide my acne, or like just the texture of my skin was so dull.
Let me just motivational Lavish just walked in the building. Let me tell y'all something, bro. If y'all feel insecure out there, don't be insecure about nothing, bro. I'm so serious, bro. You got pimples, you big, like your boy Big Lavish, bro. It don't matter, bro. Just love yourself, because at the end of the day, bro, there's millions of people just like you, bro. Just look on the interwebs, look on TikTok, bro, and see how many people are in the same predicament as you, bro. It don't matter. Just flourish. Because once you love yourself, bro, great things happen. You become a star. You living like Lavish. Bro, I'm about to make a t-shirt like that, bro. Let me know if y'all would buy that. Living like Lavish t-shirts.
I would ask my mom, you know, can you help me with my skin? And so at the time, you know, social media wasn't popular back then. I think
big
that
facts.
Facebook.
But that's, yeah, see, that makes sense, because
this was like
she didn't have TikTok and all that, so she'd feel more.
You know, you couldn't really like
normal,
search things on the internet. Like there wasn't, you know, social media influencers. There wasn't people talking about their skin,
Big Lavishes,
makeup, and all that kind of stuff. So
well, I mean, I was there.
Just like bought whatever was on the radio or whatever was on
I'm younger than her, so
I would try all these products and nothing worked. Like absolutely nothing worked. It was so bad. I'd cleanse and wash my face a million times a day because I thought that was gonna make my skin better. My skin never cleared up. I actually wore the worst makeup possible. Instead of wearing foundation, I would wear concealer as a foundation, and to really hide all the blemishes. I was just making my skin worse and worse and worse. And
yeah,
so
the more makeup, the more acne.
When I turned 19, I moved to China for a year. My dad was living out there teaching.
You moved to China?
And
Dude, she's global.
To like really start to pay attention to people's skin, and I just loved in China, the most beautiful skin that I've ever seen. These Chinese women would take care of their skin. I realized like, oh, like I can really have good skin if I take care of it. Let me start kind of like diving into this. Let me start taking care of myself. And so that's when I kind of really started my self-care routine in China. And so I came back to the States a year after that, decided to move to Miami. So I moved to Miami.
I like Miami.
Long story short, I learned how to drive, bought my mom's car, and all I had was a job opportunity, it was a job interview, and I didn't know if I was going to get it or not. I ended up getting it. Fast forward a little bit, when I was 22, I was living in an apartment, and I couldn't live there anymore.
Alright.
And it was very sporadic. It was like, I wasn't very unexpected, and so I started applying for other apartments in the area, and I was kind of freaking out. My whole life was like a disaster.
Your life was everywhere. China, Miami, Canada.
I didn't know what to do. I felt like, okay, well,
I barely go down the street.
Back to Tampa, where my mom was living, drive 5 hours right now, and then lose all my jobs and start all over. Or I can stay in a hotel tonight and then hopefully you know, someone calls me back and lets me know that I can move into a new apartment and get accepted. I remember this day like it was yesterday. I was in my car and I had all my stuff in my car. I had everything that I owned in my car. Luckily, I even had a car. And I'm driving and I'm like, you know what? I'm like, at the end of the day, I have me. I got me. I'm good.
Exactly.
Whatever happens, I'm good, right? Like, I can always move back with my mom. That's the last thing I want to do right now. She was going through her own things. I didn't want to intervene. I didn't want to be there. And I really just wanted to move forward. And so I'm driving and
pretty responsible.
I'm on like Lincoln Road and I'm driving in Miami and there's a Starbucks on the corner. I'm sure some of you guys know.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
A lot of tourists.
You know, I like my Starbucks.
So there's this parking lot on the side and I park my car. And I walk inside, and at the time,
I think I want Starbucks after this.
I was never really spending time on my phone, so I brought my laptop in, and I was on Facebook, you know, just trying to, like, find something to do, and I'm just, in my mind, thinking about a million things, and I felt like I had lost everything. I just felt like I was starting over, and, you know, having a place to live is really important. You really feel like you can, I don't know, it's a good feeling just to know that you have a place to go sleep.
Yeah.
And I didn't have that day, so I'm sitting there at the Starbucks, and I see this guy come in a wheelchair with another guy. And they go place their order, and then they sit next to me, which I thought was kind of weird because there was so much room that they just happened to sit by me. And so I'm there, my laptop, and they're having a conversation.
I don't know what they think.
I was kind of eavesdropping, but I was kind of like pretending not to be listening, you know? And they go, the guy on in the wheelchair looks at me, and he goes, "Do you believe in fate?" And I looked over at him and I'm like, "Yeah, I think so. I believe in fate." And he just starts talking to me about, you know, different things. And I got really into the conversation because I just felt like someone maybe to just talk to, you know?
That's so. Why at that exact moment when you needed someone to talk to? That's how you know faith is real out there. There's somebody looking out.
He's like, "Your grandmother is with you. She's always with you. She's on your back right now. She's always on your back."
Wow.
And so that was the first experience that I've ever really heard from my grandmother, and I thought that was so interesting to me because I had been thinking about my grandmother almost every day since I can remember. So I was always really connected to her, and I didn't know why. And so I'm like, "Okay, oh my God, thank you so much." And, you know, he just seems so magical. So I'm like, "Well, let me ask him some questions."
He seems magical.
The first question I asked him was like, "I just gotta ask, can you tell me, should I move to LA or not? I'm really thinking about moving to LA. And do you think I should move?" And he said, "Yes, I think that you should definitely move. I think that you have a lot of opportunity. Just definitely, whatever your heart is telling you, just do it." And so that day I left with such a sense of like a sense of, you know, clarity almost. Like I was just like, you know, I can do this. Like whatever I want to do, whatever I put my mind.
You needed that talk.
So sure enough, I sat at a hotel that
everything happened for a reason. Another T-shirt idea. I don't know. Don't steal it. Listen, if she would have never stopped in that Starbucks that day, if she would have even went to a Dunkin' Donuts, a Wendy's, a Del Taco, she would have never got that conversation. Everything is happening for a reason, bro. That's pretty good.
Got approved for an apartment. I was able to move right away, and you know, just kept going with my life. And that's kind of where I started my spirituality. So a lot of people ask me, "Why are you so spiritual? What made you start?" So that's where it started. So around age 22, 23, that's where it started. And to be honest with you, I really started to pray to my grandmother. When anything good would go well or wrong, I would pray to her. I felt like she was protecting me throughout everything. I mean, I've been in really bad situations where I could have died, and I swear to God that she was there to save me and protect me. Fast forward a year.
I've been in a similar situation. I don't talk about it though because of negativity,
and
but
this was my first
not even negativity, just scary. Flashbacks.
I wanted to go to a dermatologist earlier in my life, but I just never wanted to ask my mom because I just felt like my mom didn't have the money, and I just felt like, who am I to go to a dermatologist? Like, if anything, what if I go and then my skin's even worse? Like, I just never thought to go to one. So that was my first time ever walking into a dermatologist's office. Towards the end of the whole meet, I asked the dermatologist, and I said, "Can you please tell me why my skin looks like this? Why is it that I feel like my skin is good, but it just looks really dull? This is the first time where I don't have acne or anything, but I just feel like
He probably told you to drink
my
water.
skin just doesn't look good.
I know.
And
I used
so
to be
he
a
looks
doctor
at me,
right
he
before I got
goes,
drafted to the
"Are you
NBA
wearing
almost.
moisturizer?" And I said,
moisturizer.
"No, isn't that supposed to make your skin more oily?" And he starts laughing. And then he goes, "Are you wearing toner?" And I go, "No, isn't that supposed to make your skin dry?" He starts laughing. And then he goes, "Are you wearing oil at night? Are you wearing vitamin C? Are you doing masks? Are you doing anything like that?" And I said, "No. What I do is I cleanse my face many times during the day to dry it out so that I won't get the acne. And I wash my face with really hot water because in my mind I thought that by washing your face with hot water that would kill the germs."
That's what I thought.
Totally wrong. And
What?
I also told him that I would
This
use
whole
my
time?
face every single night to get rid of all.
This whole time? You mean to tell me just because you wash with hot water and soap, it's not killing nothing? That's what, bro. I need to have a conversation with some people, bro. That told me.
In reality, what I was doing is I was causing a lot of pigmentation in my skin, and it was making my skin really red, and I was irritating it. And so that day, I left and went to Sephora and bought myself everything that I needed. Went home, did so much research on skin, and just got so infatuated and so amazed at how much my skin could improve if I actually, did the right things. And so I started doing everything, and I swear to God, in 2 weeks, in that short period of time, my skin changed dramatically. For the first time in my life, I felt confident, I felt better about myself, and I didn't feel like I had to wear makeup. And so I got really into skin. Later on that year, at age 25, I got pregnant with my daughter Elle, and I really started my self-care even more. I started really taking care of myself and just really taking care of my skin, and my hormones were changing so much because I was pregnant, and so I really had a passion and found a really new love almost for taking care of myself. I always told myself, I'm like, in the future, whatever it is that I do with my life, I mean, at that point I was already 25, but I said, in the future, I want to do something that is in the healing self-care world. Like, I want to do something that really just brings me fulfillment and makes me feel good about myself and makes other people feel good about themselves.
Isn't that what YouTube is? I mean, I know it doesn't heal like physic. Well, yeah, it does in a way. Someone could easily come on this video or Ace Family video, then had the worst day ever, bro. And just you filming that video literally can change the what is it called? Precipitation. Y'all know what I mean, of their day. Like, it could go from being really crappy to just, it was an okay day. Just because you post a video. So I feel like you're doing twice. You're doing double time. You're gonna cure their skin, and you're gonna help them with their emotions. Don't mind all that option, but yeah.
And so it was just like an idea, right?
Like I said, the reason I'm not stopping so much like usual, because video is basically 40 minutes long,
like,
bro.
Who am I to create a skincare
I don't want the
line?
memory to run out.
Like, that sounds.
And I don't want to go over an
I
hour,
would never
bro,
do that.
from me talking.
Sounds crazy. I would never do that. Life went on, and we started our YouTube channel.
I remember.
I just remember in the beginning just being seen by millions of people and just thinking to myself, like, wow, I really have to take care of my skin now. Like, I really have to take care of myself.
I don't think like that. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even think like that. Sometimes, bro, I don't even feel like getting a haircut, bro. And I know I should get a haircut. I'd be like, dang, maybe I should get a lineup before I do this video, bro. I'm sorry. I said I wouldn't pause, but I'm gonna pause. But then I'd be like, yo, bro, y'all just gonna take me how it gonna come, bro. Because these are raw, real reactions, bro, as they come. So why would I go stage a haircut? Listen, bro, when I get... Y'all see. When I get the fresh lineups, then I get the fresh lineup. But, she talking about skin, bro. I don't know. Sometimes I put cocoa butter on, bro. But me, I'm black. So, hey, bro, if I get a pimple, bro, I'm still going to make a video. If I get 2 pimples, I'm still going to make a video. That's just me. But everybody's different. Everybody's insecure about other stuff. So, I respect it, though. I respect it.
Presentable. I just always felt
I know a YouTuber
having people write
I'm friends
in your
with.
face,
she won't even upload a video if she don't got makeup on.
it's a real thing, and like you really have to, then people are really paying attention to you and paying attention to how you look and all that. I really got into
Y'all
taking care
feeling
of
me? Got the
myself
drip
even more.
on, V-Lone. Yes,
And so when I
sir.
was pregnant with Yaaa, at that point, I was getting more acne again, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm sure you guys have, you know, from the breastfeeding and all that, your hormones change dramatically. And so that year, I really started to dive into the skincare, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I don't care what anyone thinks. I started research and development. I started looking into how I can make a team, how I can make this happen, because at that point I felt like,
She
oh
went
my god,
full in.
I am under a microscope. I mean, anything that I do right now has such a huge responsibility on me, because I have millions of people that can see this and try it if they wanted to. And it was just so nerve-wracking to me, and I just felt like, oh my god, I need to make this a good product. Like, I really need to spend my time, and I don't care if it's gonna take me years. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna live and breathe this, and I'm gonna try every product on the market, everything that people are raving about, liking. I'm gonna try it, and I'm gonna see why people like it, and I'm gonna learn, and I'm gonna just do what it takes to make something that's just gonna be really just, it's gonna bring me passion, it's gonna bring me fulfillment, it's gonna make me want to work harder, something that really makes people happy. And I went through several scientists, and I'm not a naive person, but every single person that I went through, I really thought that they were the one. And you know, it just didn't end up working out. You know, I just kept trying to find somebody who could really get it, who understood that I wanted natural ingredients. I don't want fragrance. I want to use certain ingredients that I love, that I'm passionate about, like aloe vera. I have an aloe vera plant at my house that I use all the time, and I felt like, okay, I have to have that ingredient.
Aloe vera.
Little things like,
isn't that like an olive plant? Don't plants make olives? I didn't know you could use it on your skin. Maybe I'm wrong. Aloe vera sounds Italian.
You know, that I wanted to make sure that really represented me.
Ooh.
So yeah, I started research and development. I started working with scientists. At that point, I didn't even have a name for my skincare line. And to be honest with you, I didn't have a name for 1 year. So I was working on this for a year and didn't even have a name. And I always told myself, the name is gonna come to me organically. It's just gonna come to me. But one thing that I knew that I for sure wanted was, I didn't want the name to be my name. I want the skincare line to live beyond me. I really started to like,
oh, so you didn't want a Kylie Cosmetics.
I actually met a medium really early.
Oh, she wanted something bigger than that.
Don't agree or don't believe
cocoa
in,
butter,
you know, spirituality,
shea butter,
or mediums, or just things like that. And
calf butter.
I was just very open to it, and so I met with a medium, and my grandmother didn't come through as I expected, and it kind of like put me down a little bit. And I was trying to think of the bright side, and I was like, you know what, maybe I wasn't ready for her to come through, or maybe she didn't want to come through because there was cameras around, or maybe, you know, maybe I just wasn't ready. And so
yeah, maybe she was busy.
You know,
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of stuff to do up there. You know,
working hard.
Could have been doing having laundry.
We were
never know.
You know, doing YouTube every day, every other day. This was like a time where I was super busy. And so time went on. So this is 2018, and my mother-in-law got me a facial to her facialist. And so she got me a gift certificate, and I didn't go that year. I was super busy, and I just felt like, oh, you know what? I don't want anyone messing with my skin right now. I'm on camera all the time. You know, I don't want to trust anyone with my skin right now. So I didn't go. So the next year, I got the same gift certificate to the same facialist from Grandma, who's my mother-in-law's mom. And they discovered between them two that I actually never went to the first appointment. And so they were like, you have to go, Catherine, you have to go this year. I was gonna go, and I actually, it's funny because I had an appointment, I had a meeting in the same city the one day, and then the next day I had the appointment to the facialist in the same city, and it was like an hour away. So in my head, I'm like, you know, I'm probably gonna end up canceling on the facial and just letting her keep the money and just paying for that in the future and just going in the future, because I felt really bad, but I just didn't want to go to the city 2 times in a row. I had 2 babies, you know, I didn't want to spend that much time away from them, and I just felt like the meeting was a little more important, and so I wasn't gonna go. But for whatever reason, the day that I was going to the meeting, the 101, the freeway just stopped, like just randomly stopped, and we didn't move for like an hour, and we ended up missing the meeting. And so I had the meeting the next day. right before the facial. So it just ended up working out that I was there for both things. And so I'll tell you why that's so relevant. So I go to this facial, right?
Bro, she telling us stuff.
In,
I bet you there's a shorter version to this, but I'm entertained at this point, bro.
You know,
I really feel like I'm having a real conversation. I'm so,
I'm getting a facial, and the woman goes, and I'm gonna keep her name private, just for.
All right,
her
we're gonna name her Joanna.
And I'm also, just so you guys know, I'm keeping people's names and stuff private for that reason. But she looks over at me and she goes, she's doing my facial, and she goes, you know, when you walked in, I wanted to cry. And I go, why? I go, tell me, I'm an open book. And she goes, well, you have a grandmother. And instantly my heart dropped, and I knew exactly what she was talking about. And she goes, well, because she's right there. She's standing right there. She's right at your feet. And I was in a cold room, and I swear to God, I felt my feet get warm. And she goes, and I go, oh my God. I'm like, what is she saying? And she goes, she wants me to tell you that she is very proud of you, and that she has been part of your abundance, and that she is with you every step of the way. She wants me to tell you that in a past life, you were her daughter, and your mother was your sister. And I thought that was so funny because I've always felt like my mom was my sister, and I always felt like my grandmother was my mother. And then she said she wants me to tell you that she brought you and Austin together, and that she wants to give you a gift. And at the time I was like, what's that gift? Like, I didn't want to ask, I was like, oh my God.
You want to know how to ask? Well, that's the only time to ask.
It was a very heartfult moment.
Gotta
ask.
ask.
It was just so real, and it just felt so good to hear from her, because I swear I've been thinking about this woman every day, all the time, and just think about her all the time. When I'm driving, I feel her sitting next to me. I always feel her with me. And so I was like, okay, cool. I'm like, this is real. This is good. Like, I feel the energy. I feel good. And I got a sense of like, okay, I'm gonna push hard, and I'm gonna stay strong, and I'm gonna do the skincare line, and I'm gonna do what fulfills. Before I left, she gave me a Reiki. So at the time, I didn't know what a Reiki was.
All right, before we continue, I just want to say, I have, great grandmother that passed, my grandfather passed. I just want to say, as much as I love them so much, I wish they could come back right now. If I felt like they were with me all the time, bro, I would be low-key kind of scared. Because I be doing some outrageous stuff sometimes, bro. I can't even cap. But, like, I feel like when I need them, they're there. But right now, if they're just here, like, if they're just sitting over there, bro, I would be a little like, hi, yeah. Like, I don't know. I know, like, some people like that. Like, it makes them feel warm. But me, bro, I can't, bro. No, I'd be too paranoid. I don't even know. I wouldn't do a lot of stuff.
But for 2 to 3 weeks after that day, I was purging. And I was getting rid of all the toxins in my body from that.
Oh, I've done that before. What is it, a 1 week cleanse or something like that, bro?
For literally 3 weeks, I felt like
you
I
really
was
feel
gonna
so
die.
healthy after.
I wasn't sick. I wasn't ill, but I just felt like every time I use the bathroom, I'm like, why is this coming out of me? Like, what's going on with me? Really scary. I didn't understand it. And so I call her. I'm like, this is going on? And she goes, oh my God. She goes, yes, it's happening. She's like, you're detoxing. You have a lot of eyes on you. Especially for me, it's like, I have a lot of eyes on me in what I do. And so, a lot of evil eye, you could say, too. And so I was really detoxing and getting rid of all those negative toxins and energies, and so I felt it, and I felt good. And so I was like, oh my God, that's so interesting. Thank you so much. And I was like, by the way, when can we do the next facial? Because at that point, I was like loving the facial. I love what she did. And I was just really excited to just be in her presence. She's an amazing woman. She goes, okay, well, the atonement is telling me to do your facial on 12/12 Gateway. And so I'm like, okay. I'm like, whatever that means, sign me up. I'm good. Let's go. Let's do it. Okay. Whatever that day, I'm there. So she goes, okay, cool. So she sets up the date. I get off the phone, and I'm walking around the house, and I'm like, 12/12 Gateway. 12/12 Gateway. Interesting. 12/12 Gateway. And so I look it up really quick, and it says that 12/12 Gateway starts in November and ends in January. So it's a period, and it's a portal in time where you're supposed to really allow, new things and new beginnings, and it's just like an amazing time of the year, and I'd love to explain that and share with you guys later, but that's kind of what it means.
Oh, wait, like later in this video? Nah, bro, yo.
But I'm not in my REM stage
Listen,
yet, so I'm kind of like half asleep thinking.
I am not rushing her. No means I am purely entertained in what she has to say. But I feel like some of these details are kind of getting... I'm just trying not to run out of memory, man. If I run out of memory, bro, and I can't finish this video, we're almost there, though. I'm messing it up by, like, pausing, but, like, this live reaction, you already know. So I gotta tell y'all what I'm thinking right now, bro. But so far, I think it's pretty good. She's spiritually, she has a calling for it. She's really passionate for it. That's pretty lit. I know at the end, bro, she's going to announce that she's having a skincare line and she wants you guys to try it. So, I mean, I'm going to play the video a little bit more. Because we are almost kind of there.
I went to sleep that night and I wake up in the morning.
And then...
so come to find out, in my sleep...
And you sleep what?
I went on GoDaddy.com, typed in 1212gateway.com, and bought it, and bought the domain. And I only knew that because when I woke up in the morning, the first thing I do is check my emails, and I got a confirmation saying that I bought 1212gateway.com for $12.12. And so I
that's
was
clutch.
Like,
ooh, that's a
cool.
that's
like,
a finesse.
Means, right? And
$12.12.
I went about my day. I don't know where I was. I must have been taking a shower or something. And I'm like, oh my god. I got married on 12/12. And the reason why I didn't put two and two together is because when we got married in our backyard. And we just kind of like did it just to get it done and to do it ourselves and just kind of to make it official, and it was more for us, you know, me and Austin. No one was really there, you know, my parents weren't there, his parents weren't there. It was just to kind of
the parents weren't there,
and that day wasn't very significant to me at the time because I felt like the ceremony would be more significant, you know. And the reason why we got married at 12/12 was because that was the day that the pastor could be there. We were supposed to do it on 12/10, but we did it on that day. And so I'm like, okay, cool. So we got married on 12/12. So things start to unfold, and then I realized, I'm like, oh my god, because I'm so into numbers. I'm such a numbers person, and I believe that numbers mean a lot. And so I was like, oh my god, 12/12. There's 24 hours of the day, and I wanted a skincare line to really represent like 24 hours of the day, and 24 means a lot to me. My birthday is on August 24th, my dad is November 24th, and my mom is April 24th. So
oh, y'all are 24. So what is this called? Is it called 12/12 or is it called 12/24?
Or whatever. I use 24, so I'm like, yeah, 24 is my number. One thing about starting companies is it's really hard to find a name because one, the domain's taken, and then all the socials are taken. And for whatever reason, the socials were all there and everything was there. And so then I'm like, okay, this is crazy, right? And so I had a name for my line. Then that year I got pregnant with Steele, and then that's really when I started to finish everything as far as like the look of how I wanted it to look, what I wanted to represent. So one thing that you guys know about me is I love the moon. I'm so connected to the moon. I'm connected to the galaxy. I'm connected to water elements, especially when I was pregnant with Steele. And so I really wanted that to have that look.
I'm connected to Mountain Dew and Hot Wings.
My brand is very connected to the moon, the phases of the moon, the different times of the year. 12/12 Gateway is a time of the year, and it's interesting because 12/12 Gateway just started this week, and so we're currently filming in that time. So during this past year, I really finished everything. My scientist is amazing. She's the most amazing chemist. Her name is Hardeep, and she has formulated and helped me throughout in the entire thing. She's a huge inspiration to me. She's from Kenya, and you guys are going to meet her, and I'm so excited for you guys to meet her. We've created 5 different products, so those are the 5 products that I'm launching. I'm doing a cleanser, I'm doing an eye cream, a moisturizer, a lip balm, and a body oil. The body oil I actually used throughout my entire pregnancy with Steele. I love it so much. I love using it on my neck, my chest. My cleanser is amazing. It's a foaming cleanser. It's so smooth. So, oh my god, I can't wait for you guys to try everything. Like I said, I'm not here to sell you, but I'm just so proud of everything I've created. Like every time I talk about it, I get so excited. If you know me, my family, my friends, everyone knows I've been talking about this for years. Like, if you spend the night at my house, like, I'm doing your facial. Like, I'm taking care of your skin.
No, you're not. Bro, I'm not doing it, bro.
Like,
the black mask, I can't do that, bro.
I just love skin. I just love it so much. I'm not one of those people that spends like a lot of time on the internet watching people do like skincare routines or stuff like that. I just really genuinely wanted to create something that I love. You know, I don't want all this other stuff in my head. I just really wanted to create something that I love and that I know you guys would love. Like I said,
we gotta add. I think I'm gonna stop it right there though, because I kind of get what she's trying to say. So I'm gonna basically wrap that up. Basically, she's really passionate about this. She thinks this cleanser can change the world, and well, not the world, but you know, a lot of people's lives, make them less insecure and help people become more comfortable in their skin, which I love it. I'm glad we had this conversation. I hope the best for you, Catherine. I hope that your line becomes the next cocoa butter. Like when people think, when they just think, you know, cleanser, they think Gateway, 1212 Gateway. And yeah, if you guys like this video, leave a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe for the vibe. If you don't subscribe, I'm trying to reach 100,000 subscribers. Catherine, good luck with your brand. Got my support 100%. I don't usually buy that type of stuff, but you got my support with it. I hope you do great. And yeah, we're trying to reach 100,000 subscribers. I'm trying to get a play button, so subscribe for the video. Don't subscribe to that. Make sure you smack that like button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Yo. I shower in the morning and I shower at night. I feel like Jordan because I'm about to take flight. I shower in the morning and I shower at night. Got the packs of my life. I shower in the morning and I shower at night.